Not today, pal. Not today.
Welcome to episode 69.
Wow. I have gonorrhea.
Oh, well, what makes you a great podcaster is your honesty, Amy.
Well, that's sometimes what happens.
I find this very immature, but they said you're YMH, you have to do this, so...
It's a
we have to
momentous day.
We have to celebrate episode 69. Do you remember the first time when somebody said to you, oh, 69, you're like, what's that? Like, I don't even know what that is.
I mean, not specifically, but I want to say it happened like on the bus.
Right, I was going to say your brothers.
Yeah, but
two.
They were 5 and 8 years older than me, that I was so much younger than them when they were talking about shit like that they did not want me knowing about it. You know what I mean? They were like very protective of me. But Jack, since he's 4 years old, has been like, 69. He doesn't know what it means, but he just knows it's something naughty.
If we were watching football and somebody's like 69, he's like,
Oh, Jack did?
Oh my God, it was so funny.
Of course he did.
Yeah, so I wanted to... I was like, I'm not going to show Jamie this. And I was like, you know what? It might be good for the pod. I don't know if you could see it, but look. So you look at my arm here. And look at this. You see that?
Why are you yellow?
That's from you making us move the dresser.
I bruised you.
This is what... I put my life on the line for the Dykstra family. My body...
So I did a Facebook Marketplace
well,
sale.
you shouldn't say that. Because
Why?
then people will know you're selling things on Facebook Marketplace. They'll look for you and try and
I'm
come to your
done selling. I'm done.
home. You're done? Because Cutter says you are
There's
relentless.
nothing else to sell.
What about in a year when you're done with sick of that stuff? The stuff that you got.
I will not.
All
This
right,
is an
Jamie's on
investment.
Facebook Marketplace. She just has, this is the truth. She just has random people showing up or try to watch football. And she's like, hey, can you guys move this? But listen, I'm a dude. We watch football. We move furniture. We hurt ourselves. We don't bring it up. Whatever.
You definitely
bros.
helped diffuse the situation, but I would like a witness to say that Cutter was complaining about it, and then when I explained my case, do you remember he was like, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And then 1 minute later, he was huffing and puffing that it was the most annoying thing in the world. But yes, a man came to pick up a very heavy dresser that I told him was going to be heavy and told him it was going to be long and needed help.
It was very long and awkward, even more than heavy.
Yes,
Odd.
and he came himself, and then Rob and Cutter were the ones that had to carry it to the car, and I cannot believe your arm.
And this wasn't like a Sunday where it's like, oh, you're watching football all day, and it happens to be 10 minutes to stop it. It was Monday Night Football.
It was Monday Night Football.
It was Monday Night Football. It was a short window. I listen, I honestly, I love when you or Cutter ask me for help with something. I love it because I feel it gives my life purpose.
Really?
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, I've started making Rob help me with my audition tape.
Yeah.
I'm going to his house on Monday.
Can you explain to people what like putting you on what is that like?
So like, I live in Texas obviously, so I'm not in the room to audition in front of people, so you send in a tape. So they send you the script and you set up your phone and you have somebody behind your phone and they read it with you. Rob did an audition with me a couple weeks ago that went super well. I'm wondering though, like when I send it in, if like somebody's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, well, it's one of my many
Who's that
jobs.
reading
It's one of
with
my
her?
many jobs. I am an actor, podcaster now,
A
mover, shaker. Yeah,
Yep.
all
the things.
Do you hate having to put yourself on tape for auditions? Do you like it? How do you feel about it?
I like it because it's like the only time I get to like act right now.
And then you said doing it with Cutter is an experience.
We borderline get divorced every time we do it, especially when he loves to give me a line reading.
So tell people what a line reading is in case someone doesn't know.
He'll stop me in the middle of doing it and be like, you're going to do it that way? As you can imagine how infuriating that is. And then he'll just give me a recommendation of how he would say it if he was doing the performance.
Wow.
Because, he has just such a long list of credits.
Yeah. You should tell him how to golf.
Exactly.
Yeah, you should be like, I think you're or the best is when you tell him to do less zins. That's my favorite. Tell him less
That'll
zins.
never end.
All right, so listen, it's 69.
Yeah, here we are.
We stay away from a lot of the sex questions normally. But
Why?
they're my favorite. Why? I don't know. I think sometimes you're like, we're doing more sex questions. I feel like sometimes
I've
you don't
never
like
said
it.
that.
Really? I feel like sometimes you're like, oh, come on. Like that's just a vibe I pick up.
I don't know. I don't think I have.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So the episode that you're preparing, will that have a lot
Some
of sex
stuff?
questions?
The 3 questions I have so far do not involve sex.
You've been saying since pajama pants. You're like, I'm going to do one.
I am.
I know.
Rob,
you said you have
you've
3.
set the bar high. I'm doing my research. Give me some time. I need to make it good. It can't just be bullshit things. So just
Give
so
you
we
your
haven't
time.
told you guys here, I'm preparing to run a show.
Yeah,
Where
Jamie's
I
going to run the show.
will be emailing Zolo all of the things, all of the links, all of my ideas. I have 3 ideas so far. My goal is to have like 15 for that show.
That's great.
So I have a long way to go, but I'm on my way. And the 3 things I have, I think are very good.
I'm excited. I think it's going to be hard for
Cutter's
me to follow.
helping me. He's enjoying this process.
You and Cutter, and you have 3 things? We talked about it a month ago when you were like,
well, I'm busy hustling, auditioning, selling
I'm
furniture.
sorry, you're right. I'm sorry, you're
Children.
right. Furniture salesman. Yeah, we
I've
all
got
have so
fucking
many
shit.
jobs. Yeah. Okay. So I got a bunch of sex questions. What would you recommend to younger people? Like people like, 18 to 25, whatever. Would you be like, if you were to sit them down in a room alone, would you be like, you should have more sex? Or you should be like, you should have less sex? What would Jamie's advice be? Would you be like, you should be wild, you're young, you're 20s, or you should be like, you should be selective because when you're older.
No, I think you should be selective, but I don't think that you should like have a limit on who it is, or how many. You know what I mean? I think that like have fun and be playful and experiment, but also be picky. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
like, don't just like sleep with anybody, but have a variety.
So no one night stands, you don't think?
I'm not a fan of one night stands. I think have I ever had one? One.
I know who it was, yeah. It was in Miami, right?
That was more than once.
Oh, okay. I remember that.
Baseball?
Yeah,
Yeah, no more than once.
I mean, it's always the baseball doesn't really narrow it down. It's always an athlete.
I love to keep a little mystery.
Yeah. What do they call you?
A cleat chaser.
Cleat chaser.
Yes,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
one for a while.
Yami likes her
Yeah,
athletes.
I did.
And you married the best one.
Here I am.
Yeah. Shout out to Cutter.
I'm going to stick a nicotine patch in his butt.
Shout out to Cutter.
See, this is the things you can
Sexual.
experiment with. But I was like, multiple partners that you feel safe with are opportunities for you to grow in the bedroom and learn about yourself in the bedroom. So I'm a supporter of like having a handful of partners in your life.
Multiple partners at once?
No, meaning like
okay. Always stick to
I
one
would
at a time.
recommend. So the first time I got married, I had maybe only slept with 3 people. Yeah, and that was not good. I barely,
Holy
I wouldn't
shit.
be
He
the
was the
10 in
third?
bed that I am today had I not, been, learned a few things from a few people.
Was he the third?
No, he was a 4th.
Oh, slut. No, that's wow. Way to go. And you thought in your head, I'm done sleeping with other people.
Yeah, I was young and dumb.
I know, but when as a guy, when I was on my 4th person sleeping, it was like, oh, this is the beginning. Like
Right.
it's the opposite. Like
Right.
you're like, oh no, I need now
Right.
that I'm 40, I'm like, I just want to fucking have sex with one
Cutter
person.
won't tell me
barely.
his number
Really?
because I think it's low. Well, I met him when he was very young.
Right. Maybe it's also 3. Maybe you're his 4th.
Oh, shit.
No, I think it's definitely more than that because Cassim was friends with Cutter when he was young, and he's like, Cutter was a stud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Do I want to hear about it?
Okay, if you had to guess what Cutter's number was, what would you guess that it was?
15.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that's
10,
pretty good.
15.
And do you think he thinks that's low?
No, I think he would. By 22, I think he would think that's like pretty.
So he was 22 when you married him.
No, when I met him.
When you met him, okay.
And I'm pretty sure he hasn't slept with anybody else since he's met me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
So, do you know what age he lost his virginity?
14.
Ooh, if he's fucking at 14, I think we got.
I don't know. You know how to find out straight from the source.
Yeah, I think it could be like 35. Should we just try calling him right now? And you think he would tell us now? There's no way.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
But he would never tell you. But you think, hey Siri, call Cutter Dykstra. So he would never tell you, but you think
Just
he might
tell
tell
him
us
I'm
right
not
now?
here.
No, he knows. I can't lie to him because then he'll never.
Remember
trust
you
me.
used to like conference call people and like one person would stay quiet and you would like listen to them talk.
Yo,
Yo, can you guys hear this in the back? Okay, big episode 69, Cutter. Jamie just said that you've never told her how many people you've slept with.
Rob, really? We're doing this right now?
No. I'm just saying. We just came across this fact, and she said that she thinks that maybe you haven't told her because you think it's too low. Because my initial thought was, because it's too high.
No, too low.
Too low.
Yeah, we'll go with too low.
But then she said you started fucking when you were 14, so I'm kind of thinking. And Kasim also said you were a stud.
I was a stud.
Still are.
Now I'm not.
No, still a stud. All right. Well, if I'm gonna leave a little silence here. If you want to say the number, you can.
Too low.
All right. Too low. We
Told
love
you.
you, Cutter. Happy
you.
episode 69.
I'll
We'll,
be there soon. I'll be there soon.
okay.
Oh, wow,
Well,
great.
you could tell us when you get here.
Bye.
Bye. Told you. Do I know my man or do I know my man?
Yeah, but you also said you thought he was gonna tell us right now.
I said he might.
Yeah, I didn't. No, after all that time, if he's not telling you, he's not telling the world. Yeah,
You never
he's
know.
not
He's
just
full
gonna-
of surprises,
He's
that one.
he is full of surprises. So we know, obviously, you've had. There were times where Cutter wanted sex, and you have an excuse. So you're like, I don't really want what. Have you ever had it reversed, where like maybe not Cutter, but a guy was like, no, where you were like, I want to have sex, and a guy's like, no.
Sure.
What was that? What was the excuse?
Tired.
Tired. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then do you just accept that, or are you like, no, just lay there?
It depends how old I was and depends how comfortable I was in the relationship.
Because
Like if it was like a newer one, I probably would not protest. But if it was like my boyfriend, that I would probably be a little bit more pushy.
yeah, like have a coffee.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I was younger, I never had excuses, but now that I'm older and I eat once a day, when I'm dating someone, they hear I'm too full quite often.
Yeah,
because
I
you
bet.
see I eat for 2.5 hours.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yes.
So
I couldn't imagine you doing anything after.
right, there's usually a good like 3-hour window. I don't even like to have sex after I eat at night, but like I need at least 3 hours.
Right.
Otherwise, it's just like that shit is moving around and it's not.
Yeah, but isn't it wild to think about in your youth? There's like how many times you could do it?
And like I would never be
And it
like
would never get old?
but nothing would get in the way.
There
Like,
was nothing that was more important, or that you
and it's
wanted
also
to
like,
do more.
w-
Now
it's like, what do you mean you're full? Like, yeah,
I'm
just
like,
have.
yeah, well, but we've got a couple episodes of Shrinking to watch.
Everyone in the comedy world knows not every joke delivers, but Harry's always delivers. They send the best quality razors right to your door for a fraction of the price of the big brands. Better designed shaving products at a better price is no joke. It's Harry's. Guys, I am so impressed with how sharp these razors are. It's amazing. Harry's provides German-engineered blades made in their own factory that stay sharp longer. And they have customizable delivery options for schedule refills as low as $2, half what you pay for other big brands. You should also check out their other self-care products like richly lathering, skin-softening body wash in scents like Redwood, Wildlands, and Stone. And their extra strength, high quality, amazing smelling deodorant for just $5. They have all sorts of hair and other grooming products that fit your unique look and needs. Get the shaving products that always deliver. Get Harry's. Get started with a $13 trial set for just $3 at harrys.com/nottoday. That's harrys.com/nottoday for a $3 trial set.
Let's be real, guys. Wearing dress pants sucks. And who decided that stiff, uncomfortable jeans was ever a good idea? Well, consider this your holiday miracle. Public Rec's Dealmaker Pant give you the comfort of sweatpants with the look and fit of jeans. These pants have you covered with their formal 5-pocket style and workday fabric that's both wind and water resistant. For a limited time, our listeners get 20% off their entire order with code NOTTODAY at publicrec.com. That's 20% off with code NOTTODAY at publicrec.com. I recently got a pair for Cutter. He loves them. He wears them all the time. I've gotten rave reviews, and those are hard to come by from him. So stop suffering in regular pants and give the gift of comfort this holiday season. For a limited time only, our listeners get 20% off when you use code NOTTODAY at checkout. That's 20% off with the code NOTTODAY at publicrec.com. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Give yourself or someone you love the gift of comfort this holiday. When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like Aloe or Skims, yes, they have a great product and marketing, but an often overlooked secret is actually the business that is making selling simple. And for millions of businesses, that's Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not so secret with Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. If you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling, on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. I also love Shop Pay because it gives you shipping updates. It's like beautifully organized on the page. Can't recommend it enough. So upgrade your business and get the same checkout Aloe or Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/nottoday, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/nottoday to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/nottoday.
How has your sex life changed from when you were in your 20s? I guess that was a question that was just here, but I guess you just answered it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired.
There you go.
And old.
#1 answer. Then
Old and tired.
Survey says, ding.
Yep.
Too tired. Yeah, I'm is there, besides Cutter asking you to put his in his butt, is there stuff that, and not by Cutter, by anybody, that you've been asked sexually where you're like, absolutely not?
Yeah, Cutter's the only one that's ever asked me for crazy shit. He's the
only one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know, the thing is, it's like, I really want to do it for him. Like, I do. Like, I
really want it for him.
Like, I really do. Because I feel like to me, that's him being vulnerable with me. Like, I feel like this is, and I like that I'm the one that he wants to do the kinky shit with, right?
Of course, yeah.
But I, like, most of the time I'm like, I don't think so. Like, you know,
So sweet.
I want to, but I just don't know if I can get there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it sounds a little fake.
Him and I were
but
very adventurous in the early parts of our relationship, though. So I kind of set the bar too high.
So you think that there was stuff that he asked for that he was expecting a no, and you were like, yeah, and he was like, what? Like
Yes,
shocked?
one time in our relationship, yes.
All right, but nothing you're going to share on here.
And he talks about it daily. Like, remember that time? That was great. That was a great 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Wasn't that great when you were into that?
Yeah, knowing Cutter, I kind of think I know what it is.
If you just set him up, he'll say the exact same thing I said.
Right.
Because he does. He brings it up a lot.
All right. Has a guy, this is, the next question I had here was, has a guy ever asked you something in the bed, let's say before Cutter,
Okay.
asked you something in the bedroom that made you look at him differently?
No.
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 Okay.
No.
What, is there stuff?
I guess I've always known my partners well.
Is there stuff that you've heard of your friends doing in the bedroom that you're like, get the fuck out of here? Like, I would never.
No.
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 Wow. Okay.
Sorry. So
No.
boring.
Listen.
So vanilla.
No, or that just means anything you hear, you're like, yeah, I'd fucking do that.
Oh, yeah, that's
You
right.
know? All right, so here's something, because I feel like I'm just fucking interviewing you at this point. Here's something that we could let's get everybody in the booth in on this too. I opened up a porn website, which I drove out of Texas for that. Isn't it like illegal here to even
Is
look
it?
at porn? Or you just have to sign in? Is that what's
You have
going
to
on?
verify your age.
You have to verify your age, which I
Wow.
totally did. Yeah, I'm 40. Looking
I
at
am
porn
not a
sites.
robot.
And I told him, I said, I'm not doing this to jerk off. I'm
Just
episode
research.
69. Yeah. So I opened up a website and I looked at the first, however many are here, like 8 titles that I saw. And I was like, I want to get the feeling on everybody. So we're going to rate them 1 to 10 on like your interest. Once you see that,
Okay.
like your odds of clicking it. But here's, I think I've talked about this before, but what I realize is like, if somebody went through my porn history, there would be so many things where they'd be like, oh, you're into this? And it's like, well, no, I didn't read like you never read the title, or at least I don't. Like,
But the titles really tell you what's happening, right?
yeah, but it's just like, you know what happens is like a lot of times I go to jerk off with an idea of what I want, and you open up that page and you see so much stuff and you're like, oh, she looks hot, or like, that looks interesting. And then you click on it, but you don't know what it said. Because then sometimes it's like,
Do they have
stepmom,
stories?
and you're like, ew. Like,
But is there like a storyline? Like, is there like...
There's everything.
There's acting, right?
there's everything. You could
Yeah.
find storyline,
I
you
love
could
it.
find straight to sex, you could find no talking at all, in fact.
Yeah, right.
you could find everything. So and again, these are just the first 8,
Okay.
so whether they're good or not, but I'm gonna, and then we're gonna pick which one you think you would have clicked on out of all these. So the first one was I fuck a Walmart employee part 2. And it wasn't like
This is a homemade one?
yes, it wasn't like a porn. It was somebody actually fucking in a Walmart bathroom.
Wow. And they just upload it to the site. Do they make money when they do that?
I think, yeah, right?
One would hope.
Zolo?
I think there's probably a way to monetize it. I don't really know.
Yeah, I think so, because I think it's like YouTube. Like there's an ad before every porn. So you're, oh my God, you know what's so funny? There's like this new ad where on porn sites where it's like, it's a girl, and because it used to be like, hey, this fuck sleeve, like buy this thing to have jerk off into, like all that kind of stuff, or like these pills will make you come more, which is like, who wants to come more? Like, I don't know, all this stuff. I'm like, this is such a waste. But I guess like when a guy's like about to jerk off, he's in such a dumb state. There's like, I want that, like I want to come more. Like what? What are you talking about? But there's like a new ad that I've seen a few times, and it's a girl, and she's like, you know, the people at like gangbang.com are really just, they treated me the best, and like they're so sweet. And it's like going to like your moral side to be like, oh, I guess I should only look at gangbang.com then, or like whatever the website is.
Because they
you
treat
know?
their stars well.
Right. And I was like, wow, this is, because normally
That
like,
would matter to me.
well, there you go. I think maybe they're going to the women on that one. Yeah, where it's like, they treat us so good over here at like, you know,
Now I know how to choose between which.
there you go. I'll get
Yep.
the exact. So I fuck a Walmart employee part 2.
'Kay.
What's your interest just from hearing that title?
0.
1 to 10. Yeah, I'd say there's,
Ruins. It'll taint my, no pun intended, Walmart experience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like all I'll think about when I go into a Walmart.
Wow, Cutter, get her to watch. Cutter needs to sneak this into the. He needs to send this to you via email, and you just open it up, and there's somebody fucking in Walmart, and now anywhere he should just send you videos of people fucking everywhere.
Number 69 is gonna be Cutter's favorite video.
Yeah, it's gonna be
favorite
like
episode of Not
It's
Today
like you're gonna be
Pal.
like, why'd you send me an email of people fucking at a little league field, Cutter? You'd be like, well,
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
and anybody back there that this piques their interest, I fuck a Walmart employee part 2.
I would just be curious of how they pulled it off.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It doesn't get my horniness as much as it does my curiosity.
No, it's
So
kinda
many.
gross.
There's so many aisles. You know, there's so many areas to do things in.
They were on the bathroom floor.
Disgusting.
I know, so gross.
But then, like, how does that like different? Like, it doesn't make it special that it's Walmart. You know, like if it was in like a canoe in like the camping section, like that would make it like fun that it was a Walmart. You know,
a canoe. Yeah, I didn't even know
A
Walmart
kayak.
had canoes. Yeah,
I just assume they have everything.
that's crazy.
Don't they have guns?
Probably, right?
In some places.
Yeah, depends where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have guns.
Does anybody give that over a 5? Because then we want to talk about it. I fuck a Walmart
5 out
employee.
of 10?
No, yeah, like is anybody like, ooh, that's a 7 for me? Like I really wanna see what's going on in the Walmart bathroom.
I'd
No.
take a look.
Take a look.
I'll
okay.
take a look.
All right.
I mean, we're not talking about the most important thing, which is what the fuck does she look like? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
This kind of has nothing to do with the fucking
It
title.
could be great or it could be
I'll tell you right
disgusting.
now, she looked like who she said she was. A Walmart employee.
All right, and that just went
I'm
down
just
to a
saying
3.
it wasn't Jenna Jameson, you know, it was a nice regular gal. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this one, the next title was Public Coming in Restaurant with Lush
Absolutely
Remote Controlled
not.
Vibrator.
What the? In the restaurant public coming just those are like 3 words I don't want together.
Right.
That's
okay.
no. I also a 0.
Yeah. Again, this is more of a curiosity thing for me than a sexual. It does nothing for me sexually, but I am like, what's going on?
So what went on?
No, I didn't listen.
Oh.
This was business.
Oh, I thought you did research.
This was business. Yeah,
Okay.
I
You
was
didn't
on
click
to-
on them, though.
No, because then you click on it and come back and all the titles change. I wanted to make sure I had
okay.
these. Yeah, I'm very professional, Jamie.
Yeah, I get it.
Anybody shooting over a 5 on
I
that
don't know
one?
how those websites work.
I mean, who's coming? What
She was pretty hot.
by herself?
Yeah, she was by herself at a restaurant, and I think what was because I've seen this before.
Using a vibrator under the table.
Right, and then what happens is you live chat with people, and they like pay to set off the vibrator. So she's like eating dinner, and all of a sudden she's like, "Oh my god." You never heard of that, James?
It's like so far away from my reality.
It's episode 16. Listen, I don't want to do this. It's episode 16.
You got to do it. I get it. I'm just
episode
saying
69.
I can't relate. That's all.
Yeah. So no, this isn't anybody's cup of tea back there, right? Where they're like, I'm really into this.
Nah.
Not me.
I could see a lot of people being into that.
Yeah, I mean, I could see like these guys who are controlling
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
thinking it's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
But even for me, I'm like, I don't think I've ever paid. If it was like 20 years ago. Like, I don't think I've ever paid for anything like porn related online because there's so much free shit. Like, why would you pay?
Yeah.
Everything's free.
Everything's free. You don't have
I
to pay
mean,
for anything.
So there's like porn sites where it's just like one specific thing, but then there's porn sites where it's basically like the YouTube of porn. So like it's all the videos are there, and you could search like
Anything you want, and you'll probably find a video
and
of
it's
it.
all free. Yeah, and
So
you can
how
never
do these
get
poor
through.
people make money?
I think from the ads,
Okay.
but you can get to the bottom of that if you want to go after big porn.
Yeah, well, add it to the list. Funerals,
Yeah, you're going after death and life.
porn residuals.
All right, here's one, Jamie, that I think you're gonna like.
Okay.
It said, "Bubble butt, comma, Island Betty, comma, mystical menace and fuck."
Love it. Great teaser. Interested because I don't know what the hell it's about.
Yeah, well, bubble butt.
Well done.
Yeah. 1 to 10.
An 8. I mean, my interest is peaked.
Listen up, Cutter. That's Bubble Butt, Island Betty, Mystical Menace, and fuck. Anybody back there?
Doesn't that sound like a
anybody back
great
there
title?
matching Jamie's 8 or higher of interest on this?
No,
Oh wow!
What is
Not a
mystical
fan
menace?
You
fave.
really got to see these thumbnails.
Yeah,
man.
it's-
I know,
it's
but
tough
that's-
without the thumbnails.
That's the whole point. Is like we're doing it without the thumbnails, you know? Because then if you to me once you see a thumbnail, the title doesn't matter at all,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why, and also people on YouTube can't look at these thumbnails. They're kind of graphic, Amy. If you,
Oh my eyes.
yeah, that one doesn't do it for me again. Okay, the next one. This is probably the one I'd be clicking on, and not because I like watching lesbian porn like so much. It doesn't do it for me. Like, oh my god, it's the best. But the title was Best Lesbian Porn on the Planet.
Well,
when
you
you
already
say-
know that's a lie.
I know, but when you say on the planet, it's like Dave Portnoy when he does his pizza reviews. Like if he goes to a pizza place and it says like best chicken wings in the world, he's
But
like, I gotta
he's
try the
earned
wings.
that.
What do you mean?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right, yeah, he's like, I gotta try though. If you're saying you got the best in the world or something,
You got to watch it.
right. So that normally like a lesbian porn, I'm like, I skip over it.
Wow,
but
really?
Best on the planet.
Okay. I don't know.
A lesbian porn, it's like there's a lot of like, you know, it's like, all right, but
What?
you just want to get to the, you know, there's a lot of like fluff, you know.
What do
Where,
you
like,
mean? They talk?
Yeah, and it's just like, you know, petting. And normally when I jerk off, it's because I want to get to sleep.
What do they do?
You know, it's just like a lot of like, you know, kissing, cuddling, and like slowly taking off the clothes. Where like
Oh, I
when
don't wanna watch that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Normally when I jerk off, it's because I want to get to bed. It's not because I'm like, oh, this is gonna be, you know, like let's have a fucking 45-minute escapade. I'm like, I want to get to
But
the.
when you're younger, you did?
Yeah, or sometimes like I do just get like horny, but 9 times out of 10, I'm like, I need to fall asleep easy tonight, and it just helps me fall
And it
asleep.
helps you fall asleep.
Much
Interesting.
easier.
Wow.
Is it so far, guys? Is there anybody else back here who this is the one they're clicking on?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm clicking it.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah,
got? Okay,
I
wow.
wanna
Any.
I want to do the research. I want to make sure, you know, there's a fair claim. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
Is it really the best? I want to see.
Right.
Right.
More so, I just want to go. You guys are lying. This
That's
is
right.
yeah. This is not
See,
the
but
best.
this is smart marketing on their point. on
That's
their
what I'm
part.
saying. That's
Yeah.
what do they call that? Clickbait. Yeah.
Yep.
They got me with the clickbait.
Bubble butt.
Okay. Next one. Fetish, exclamation point, exclamation point. Pulling nipples.
Nope.
No,
Not interested.
not at all. I have no.
Not a nipple gal.
Well, just the pulling nipples is not my thing necessarily. Anybody back there love nipple pulling?
Not me.
No, you're not really speaking my language yet.
I know. Listen,
What do we got to do to get you guys excited back there? What do you need?
great
The
question,
best
James.
lesbian porn in the world was pretty cool.
Okay,
Yeah,
we've got
that's
any.
a pretty good one.
It's pretty cool.
Zolo, Chad, what are you guys needing here?
I think Walmart might still be my top.
Wow. All right.
Some risk involved there.
Hell yeah.
And it's just
Wow.
It's kind of funny.
Getting to
too.
know you guys a little bit.
Did they walk
Episode
through
69.
the Walmart to get to the bathroom, or was it just in the bathroom? You just have to imagine that it's a Walmart.
I just saw them already in the bathroom.
Did she have the uniform on?
I didn't see. I think she had regular clothes on with like a bib thing,
Apron?
like an
See, They're
apron.
always bullshit.
yeah,
It's
see?
all bullshit.
Yeah, she's not a real employee.
If we saw them walk through the Walmart and then get into the bathroom, and it's legitimately a Walmart employee, or at least believable that it is, all right, I'm fucking in.
Well, I have a legitimate Blockbuster shirt on right now, and if I were to have sex, I could just say I was a Blockbuster employee, which I am not.
So that would that get you to click? Is that a 10 for you if it said we have sex in a Blockbuster bathroom?
All those
for
VHS
the
tapes all
nostalgia,
around.
yeah.
Yeah. We have sex in the comedy section of a. I remember
On that blue carpet.
that fucking Blockbusters were so dope.
Oh, the fucking best.
We've talked about it before, but now I think that'd be the best place to pick up women. A Blockbuster.
Yeah.
You go to a Blockbuster at fucking 9 o'clock at night on a Friday.
Yeah,
go to
but
like that
I'm-
romance section. Come on.
I don't think I would, as a woman, be going to Blockbuster by myself to pick a movie.
Because you're married with 2 kids.
Even when I was young.
But because you know what I mean. You were
Yeah.
out there doing you weren't like, man, where could I find some dick? You know, like you had sex with 3 people. They were
Posting up at a Blockbuster.
all yeah. But it's
See who
more,
else is lonely tonight.
There exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. I'll just run through the
That'd
other
be a
ones.
good porn one.
I'll just run through the other ones. Somebody stop me if you really
Okay.
find something that. Okay, no, actually, we have to talk about our best cum shot series part 3.
No.
I don't know. I don't understand the wanting to see people come for 10 minutes. It's like especially a dude. That just doesn't get me.
No.
Like I don't mind the one in the porn I'm watching, but like if it's just like come, like I'm like, what is this?
That's
Like,
what it would be?
That's what a cum shot compilation is. It's like the guy coming, and then as soon as like he's done coming, it's like another guy coming with a girl, another guy coming with a girl.
Oh, different strokes, different folks.
Wow.
A lot of people like a lot of things.
Anybody back there loving cum shot videos? See this?
Nope. I'm
Well-
straight.
We're really going full 69, episode 69. 60-year-old MILF giving cock blowjob like a whore.
What?
This is what it said. I'm just reading the thing.
What does she look like?
A 60-year-old
She's a
MILF.
6-year-old
Yeah.
MILF.
Well, she's not memorable. I don't remember her. Yeah, if this does it for anybody, just stop me.
Nope.
Okay, this is the last one, which I thought was kind of the funniest one. My lame friend needs a fuck, and she told me I can assure you that the lame girl really does fuck. This sounds like some sort of nursery rhyme. I don't know what. Yeah, it didn't. And but you know what? Here's what it is.
I'm intrigued though. What's lame about her? Is she physically lame?
Oh, this gets your interest.
Yeah. Is she weird? Like what's she lame about? Like,
I don't
and
know.
does she bring the lameness to the bedroom and then maybe that's her flair, you know?
Wow.
I'm interested.
So the exciting part of this is she might be so lame that it's unique.
Correct. The
Wow.
uniqueness of it. That's it.
We are really learning things here.
Me too. I'm learning a lot about myself.
Okay, if you had to, and we never have to ask Cutter for this, so there's no tension, no nothing, but just fill in the blank for you. Cutter's dream threesome would be with me and.
I have no idea.
Wow, you can't think of one. Maybe
I don't know. He's gonna have to answer that.
a pack of Zins. You and a pack of Zins.
Yeah, he'd probably say nobody because
You and some ketamine.
he
of course he's not going to say.
meaning not because there is nobody, but that's just
That's why I'm
'cause
saying
he
we never
likes to
ask
like
him.
keep up with that charade.
What
that
about
there's nobody?
you and ketamine?
Me and ketamine?
Yeah, I think that might be his ideal threesome.
No,
Just
keep
saying.
me away.
Yeah, Yeah, that's why the dresser fell on me. He was a little
was on
He was a
ketamine?
little loopy. I'm just
I
kidding.
was like, he was?
Was there ever stuff you wanted to ask for in the bedroom, but you were too embarrassed?
No. No.
Maybe I listed 2 things. To be left alone. I put maybe.
Very confident in asking for that.
Yeah, or to sleep in separate beds.
No, I do not want to be in a separate
Is
bed.
what okay, not cutter. I'm just saying in your history.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
Was there there's a lot of people who they talk about aphrodisiacs, which I wanted to ask: are aphrodisiacs just food, or aphrodisiacs or anything that is like a sexual?
I think it's anything.
Right. So, is there anything just food wise that for you? Like, I don't understand that whole thing of like.
Champagne.
Well, that's just getting drunk. Yeah.
No,
right.
it does. It just gets me in a very playful in the mood.
But isn't
Champagne.
that isn't alcohol? Wouldn't alcohol be? But I guess is it the whole act of like the
Not
pop?
when I have tequila, I don't feel that way.
Is it like the popping the bottle, pouring the champagne? Is it the whole
I
thing?
have no idea. It's the way it hits me.
After you drink it, right? But you don't just see a bottle of champagne and go like, "Ooh, okay."
no.
So then you.
But
do know,
I don't
yeah.
see a bar of chocolate and think that way, right?
But I think some people do. Like I think.
Oh, it literally can affect them just in that way.
Yeah, like the same way sometimes when you see food, you get hungry.
Yeah.
I think some people see this.
When I see Cutter be athletic,
that's your aphrodisiac. Cutter, okay. Golf
Cutter playing
also.
sports, yes,
or-
any kind of sport.
Wow.
Super into it.
Oh, that's why I used to follow him on the road, watching him play baseball.
Correct.
Waiting in that hotel for him.
That's right.
Waiting for daddy.
All those podunk towns.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. You, as somebody who's had sex with very few people, you've probably had sex in more disgusting motels than most slutty people.
Absolutely. I'd rival anybody.
Yeah. Way to go. Really.
We made La Quintas feel like peninsulas.
Or La Quinta's kind of nice compared to. It's not like disgusting, is it?
The La Quinta in what town did he have spring training in Florida? We'll have to wait. It's some weird town. We'll have to have him tell us. Yeah, the La Quinta there was not nice.
Okay.
And we lived there many times.
Are there ever things that you hear guys talk about sex and like you let them go, but then on the side you're like, that is so not true?
Guys don't really talk about sex in front of me.
Or that you ever hear anybody like, are there any like common things where you're like, yeah, that's bullshit that you could think of?
No, but I mean, this is a known thing. Like every woman I know has faked orgasms.
Yeah. Of
Many
course.
times.
All right, listen. I think we're at time.
Wow.
Listen,
That
that
flew by.
see, that's what I'm saying. When you talk about sex, things just fucking flies. Unlike real sex, the time just flies right by.
Drags on.
Yeah. Unlike sex for a man, you're just like, is this done already? All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week with less sex talk. It'll be episode 70, just your regular run in the mill.
NTP.
Yeah.